problem is that you think motivation is what is going to get you to your goal. Motivation is what gets you started, but it's not the vehicle, the fuel source that keeps the engine going. It is a framework in your mind. When your thoughts, your plans, your goal, they all form under a proper structure in your life, achieving your goal isn't this struggle. When you do something hard and it drains you of energy and it doesn't give you energy, you know right away that your foundation that you've set for yourself is lacking in something. There's a wire that's connected somewhere in the hardware of your system that's not connected where it should be. And it's such a critical, vital wire to be able to do something hard and have fun while you're doing it. Imagine when there is a goal that you want to achieve, that you're about to take the first steps, you're about to do the thing, the hard thing, you're about to make the phone call or make the career change path. And there's inevitably that feeling of resistance, the feeling of fear. And instead of having to surmount all of this motivation just to take the step and then feeling drained from it, you actually get excited. Like this feeling, you crave it. It makes you feel alive and it pushes you towards there. That's what happens when you have your groundwork, your framework, your foundation of who you are set in place. You have all of the blocks and the wires connected exactly where they're supposed to be. There is one framework, one antidote towards this feeling of when you step to resistance and you back down instead of craving to step through it. And it is start ugly and then upgrade. When you build that courage in yourself where you prove that regardless of how you're going to start something, you're able to build up to make something grand of who you are. To install this new framework is not just simply by listening to the information. You have to take action to prove to yourself that this is what you actually enjoy to do. If you only have the information but you don't take action on the information, it actually starts to create this internal battle inside of yourself because you know exactly what you should be doing, but you also are not doing that thing. And that process of knowing what to do but not doing it anyway creates that internal battle inside of you, which creates more stress and it leads to that procrastination loop. One of the helpful frameworks that lets you adapt this go ugly and then upgrade is to see that life is like a video game and it becomes fun. This starting with something and then achieving this thing, it's this gap between these two things, the starting place and the end, that makes the journey fun. When the goal is the journey itself, it makes everything more fun. If you start off perfect and then you end off perfect, there is no story for what your life is. And it just takes that simple shift, that simple framework that's going to help you, because you have to realize of where you are right now in life. What fuel source is going to allow you to take those steps and take them most effectively? It's not a mode of stress of fearing an outcome, because when you have a fear, you cannot create as authentically as you would like to. It is a constricted energy within your mind, your body, and it stops intuition, it stops that flowing energy from the universe to come and channel through you. When you let go of the fear, you adopt the framework that life is like a video game, that you are exactly where you started, and now pick a path and go towards that. Create something out of what you have right now and enjoy that process. When the focus is on the process itself, it takes away from this constant need of preparation or being stuck exactly where you are. You can think of all these different frameworks as fuel that is put into the generator that is you. You can use the fuel source of fear. Fear is a powerful fuel source, like the fear that you don't have enough time, that you will be kicked off of this planet within a set amount of time, and that time is moving so quickly. This is a fear inside of us that can get us moving forward. The problem is when we hold on to a certain fuel source like that it kind of dampens our ability to create. The only time I see the use for this extreme fear as a fuel source is if you cannot get the engine started whatsoever, if the engine is completely dead. But even then, you have to realize that at some point, you need to let go of that fuel source. You see a lot of entrepreneurs, these people that are very hungry, driven to achieve something in their life, they held on to that fuel source, and it stops them from living life and enjoying it. It's always having to work and having to achieve something, having to do more and better, and it's never enough. It's striving but never arriving. So you have to be able to switch those fuel sources out and use different frameworks. That in itself is a skill, to pick up one framework and implement another one, to become flexible. And right now, by adopting this framework of starting ugly and then becoming something great from there is adopting it, is the building of that skill of becoming flexible, changing what fuels you and pushes you forward to achieving your goals.